Sanjay said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears. Madhusudana Krishna spoke the following words. Shri Bhagwan March. Utstava, Utstva, Kashamalitam, Vishme, Samupasthitam, Anare, Jishtmas, Masse, Bukariam, Kirti Kart Arjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets but to infamy. Tebyamma sma gama parth netatvu yupadete shudram hride dobalyam tek votishtham parantapa. O son of Parth, do not yield to this degrading importance. It doesn't become you. Give up such petty weakness of the heart and arise, O gesture of enemy. Arjun was Katham Vishampatam Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudan Ishobi Pratiyotsami Pujar Varisudan. Arjun said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows and battlemen like Bisham and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? Guru Hatva Hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktum Bhakshamapi Loke Hatvat Kamustum Guru Nihail Bhujyam Bhogan Yudhi Pradigadhan. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of the great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly again, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Nachet Vividam Katarno Gariyo Yada Jayin Yadi Vano Jayu Yani Hatwana Jijivisham Ste Avasitam Pramukhe Thatadashta. Nor do we know which is better, comparing them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Karnyu doshpahat subhava prashami dvam dharm samurchita yakshe syadisham brumi tanme shishastyam shati mam dvam prapanam. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of my miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is the best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Nahi prapashyami mamanu mama mamapanudhat yaksho kamukshon mindriyanam avakay bhuma vaspatan mridham rajyam suranapi chadipatyam. I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled big kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. Sanjay was Emukta Rishikesham Gurakesham Paratapana Yutsave Iti Govind Muktvam to Shree Bhagwad. Sanjay said, having spoken thus, Arjun, gesture of the enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. तमुवाच ऋषिकेश प्रसन्यो भारत सैन्यो रूभ्यमर्दयो विशिषदंतमित्यं वचा. O descendant of Bharata, at the time of Krishna smiling in the midst of the Bodhi armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Shri Bhagwan Vach, Ashocyan, Vashocastvam, Pragya Vadrashyam Bhashase, Gata Sun, Gata Suksham, Mamu Shochanti, Pandita. The Supreme Personality of the Goddess said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Na natre vaham jatu na sam na tvam neme janadipa na chiru na bhikshame Sarve Vemata Param. Never was there a time when I didn't exist, nor you, nor all these things, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Dehino Dehino Asmi Atha, Dehe Kumaram Yovanam Jara, Tatha Dehantar Prapti Dhirastra Nam Muhati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Matra Spashastu Ponte Shitoshan Sukadut Khada Atmapion Ani Yasti Swa Bharat. Usamattakunti. The non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance of disappearance of the winter and the summer seasons. They arise from the sense of perception, Usman Bharta, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. यम ही नैवेद्यन्ते पुरुषं शर्व समुद्र सुखम धीरम सो अमृतजाय कल्पते. O best among men, the person who is not disturbed by the happiness and distress is steady in the both is certainly eligible for liberation. Nasato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sta. Ubyoraphi drishto anstavan yostavadarshibhi. Those who are seer of the truth have concluded that of non-existent there is no endurance of the and of eternal there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. Avinashi tu taditi yen sarvidam tatam. Vinasham shvayavasayam na kashikartum mahati. That which pervades the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. Antvant imedeha nityasya sharina anashino apremese tasmanutese bharat. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to the end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata. Ya enam vitti hantaram, yashriyam manate hatam, ubho na vijarnito nayam hantina hanyate. Na neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not nor is slave. न जायते मृते वा कदाचि कन्याय भूत्वा भविता वा न पूरे अजो नित्य शाश्वतो अयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्ये माने शरीरे. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, never existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Veda Vinashinam Nityam Ya and Maj Vayam Katham Sapurusham Partham Kam Khatiti Hantim Kara. O Parth, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or causes anyone to kill? वासांसी जड़ानी यथा विहाय नवानि गृहते नरो अपरानि न शरीराणि विहाय जीवना ज्ञानी संयानी नवानि देहि. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Nenam shidanti shastrani nenam yati pavaka na chenam Kadyan Yapu Nashoshati Maruta. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor roasted by water, nor withered by the wind. Ache Odhyam Madhyo Akedyosh Ashoshe Evcha Niti Sarv Gata Sthano immortal soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither born nor died. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. Avyoktyamicityo avikaryo amuchyate tada tasmadevam vijitvam nanu shochitam merciful. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. Achenam nityajatam nityam va manne sendatam yat tathapi tvam mahabahunenam shochitam mahasi. If however you think that the soul for the symptoms of the life will always be born and the dying forever, you still have no reason to lament Almighty out. Even if जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवे ध्रुवे जनमतस्य च तस्मादि तत् परिहारेः अर्थे न त्वं शोचितु महर्षि. One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. अव्यक्त दीनी भूतानी व्यक्त मध्यानि भारत अव्यक्त नितिनान्यव तत्र का परिदेवना. All created beings are unfeminist in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So, what need is there for lamination? आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन माश्चर्यवत् वद्वति तथैव चान्या आश्चर्यवचे मन्ये शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येन वेद च वेदना चैव पश्येत्. Some look on the soul as amazing. Some describe him as an amazing and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. देहि नित्ये मोक्षयो अयं देहि सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचिमर्हसि. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain, therefore you need not grieve for any living being. स्वधर्मपि चावेक्ष न विक्मित तुमहर्षि धर्मादि योद्धा छियो अन्य Shratishasya Navidyate. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. Yataksharya Chopana Swargdwar Mapavritam Sukhinam Shreya Part Labante Yud Vishadam. Open, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come and sought opening for them to the doors of heavenly planets. Ascetam mimam dharmaye sangram na karishyasi tataha swadharma kirti cha hitva pap bhava pasyasi. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of the fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lost your reputation as a fighter. Akriti chapi bhutani kathishanti devavyam sambhavavidasya chakri date jyate. People will always speak of infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. Bhadran dupartam masyante tvam maharatha yesham chatvam bahumate bhutva yasasmi ladvam. For the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only. Thus, they will consider you significant. Avache vadhyam bahuvati shelsi tavahitam nind stava samarthya tato duktaram na king. Your enemies will describe you in the many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? Hato vaprapsisi swarjitva vaghokshasi Mahintas Yudhishtham Kunti Yudhai Krishnishiv. O son of Kunti, either you will killed on the battlefield or attain a heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination in the fight. Sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labho jayayo. Tatot yudhai yujvasve nevam pavas. Pap mama pasyasi. Do fight for the sake of the fighting without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat, and by so doing you shall never incur sin. ऐसा ते अभीता सांख्य बुद्धि योगे त्वं ऋणु बुद्धिया युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्म बंधे प्रहसी. Thus far I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explain it in the terms of working without fruitive result. Fruitive result, O son of Parth, when you act in the knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of words. Liha मना श्वस्ति प्रत्युवायुना विद्यते स्वल्पनस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. In the endeavor, there is no loss of diminution and a little advancement of the path and can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. व्यवसाय मिका बुद्धि ऋगे पुरनंदन बहुशाखा हनत्य बुद्धियो व्यवसायनियम. Those who are in the path are resolute in the purpose and their aim is one. Who beloved child of the Guru, the intelligence of those who are irresolute in many branched. Yanimam pushpitam vacham pravadan vipshta vedvarta partham ज्ञाने दासितम वादिना कामात्मन सर्वपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम प्रिय विशेष बहुला भोग्य श्रेय गति. Men with a small knowledge are very much attached to the flying words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive results, very fruitive activities for elevation on heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desires of the sense gratification and the opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. भोग्य शरीर प्रसक्तानां तया मिलति चित्तां व्यवसायिकं बुद्धिं समाधोना विधीयते. In the minds of those who are too attached to the sense of enjoyment in the material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, a resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Triguneshami, Trigunevishya Veda Nistre Gunyo Pavarjun Nidvando Nitya Satvastuto Niyor Shem Atmavan. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes, be free from all duties and from anxiety for the gain and the safety, and be established in self. यावानर्थ उत्पानी सर्वर्थ समलोतोदके तावानु सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मणस्य विजानता. All the purposes served by a small well can at once be served by the great reservoir of the water. Similarly, all the purpose of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. कर्मण्य वाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन मां कर्म फल हेतु भूर्मा ते संगो अस्तित्व कर्मणि. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the result of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. योगस्थ कुरु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्धस्य समभूत्वा समतो योगी उच्यते. Perform your duty equipoised, O Arjuna, abandoning all the attachment to the success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. Durin Horam Karam Buddhi Yoga Jin Buddho Sharanam Manoj Prapana Fal Hitva. O Dhananjay, keep all abominable activities far distanced by the devotional service, and in that unconsciousness surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. बुद्धि युक्त जहाँ ते उभय सकृत दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगाय युज्वस योग कर्मसु कौशलम. A man engaged in the devotional service rids himself of both good and bad. He Reactions even in this life, therefore strive for yogas, which is the art of all world. Karamajudita yukta hi phalam त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणा जन्म बंधि विनिर्मुक्ता पदम गच्छन्ते नाम्यम. By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages of the devotees free themselves from the results of the work in the material world in this way. They become the free from the cycle of the birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries. यदा ते मुक्कलिलं बुद्धिवर्तिदर्शति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेद श्रोत्रस्य श्रुतस्य च. When your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of the delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard. Shruti vipripana te yada sthayasti nishchala samavachana buddhistva yogmana sirandi. When your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas and it remains fixed in the trance of the self-realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. अर्जुन उवाच स्थित का भाषा समाधि नस्ति केशवा स्थित की प्रभाषेत किवासेत वर्जेत किम. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak and what is his language? How does he sit and how does he walk?" Shri Bhagwan was Prajhati Yada Kamanas Part Manogana Atami Vatna Tushta Stipragast Dochete. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead Stellar Part, when a man gives up all the varieties of the desire for the sense of gratification, which arise from the mental concussions, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be the pure transition consciousness. Dukhe shno nuditam brahmna sukheshu vigatspraha vitrag bhai krodha sthit dhimur nirujyate. One who is not disturbing the mind even amidst the threefold of the miseries or relative whether there is happiness and who is free from the attachment, fear and anger is called a sage of steady mind. Ya self-trand briste hast pray shubha shubham navinandati nadishti tasya pragya pratishtha. In the material world, one who is unaffected by the whatever good or evil, he may obtain neither praising it or it nor despising it. It is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. यदा संहृते चायं कूर्मो अनानीव सर्वशा इंद्रियाणि इंद्रियार्थे भयतस्ते प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठा. One who is able to withdraw his sense from the sense objects as the tortoise draws his limbs within the shell is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. विषय विनिवर्तते निराहारस्य देहिना रसवर्जम रसोपसय परम दृष्ट्वा निर्वर्ते. Though the embodied soul may be restricted from the sense enjoyment, the taste of the sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a high taste, he is fixed in consciousness. यद्यो हयापि कौन्ते पुरुषस्य विविष्टता इंद्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसवं मनः. The senses are so strong and the impatience, O Arjuna, that they forcibly carry away the mind even of a man of discrimination who is endeavoring to control them. Tani sarvani संयमम युक्त आसीत मत्परम वशे ही यस्य इंद्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठा. One who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control and fixes his consciousness upon me, is known as a man of steady intelligence. ध्यायतो विषयवांसु संगतेषु पजायते संगतस् जायते कामा क्रोधो अभिजायते. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment the lust develops, and from the lust anger arises. क्रोधा भक्ति समोहाते मृत्युभयम् स्मृति भ्रंशा बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाश प्रणश्यति. From anger, complete delusions arises, and from the delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. राग द्वेष विमुक्त स्तु विषय नैते चलन आतंकस्य विधिर्म्यात्मा प्रसार नदी गच्छति. But a person free from all attachment and aversion from able to control his senses through regulative principles of the freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord. Prasade saddukhana maninasya jayate prasad cheto yashu buddhi pratishthe. For one, the satisfied in the Krishna consciousness that threefold messages of the material exists no longer in such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. Nasti buddhi to say na yajayatasya bhavna na chabhavayate shanti tasya uta sukha. One who is not connected with the Supreme can have neither transaction, intelligence, nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of the peace. And how can there be happiness without peace? इंद्रियाणां हि चर्ता यन्मनो अनुविद्यते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञा वायुनावनि वाम्भसि. As a strong wind sweeps away a report of the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. तस्मात् हस्ते महाबाहो निकृतानि सर्वशा इंद्रियाणि इन्द्रियार्थे अभ्यस्तस्य pragya pratishtha. Therefore, Almighty One whose senses are distinct from their object is certainly of steady intelligence. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तास्या जागृति संयमी यस्या जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनि. What is right for all being is the time of awakening for the self-control, and the time of awakening for being is right for the introspective says. अपूर्ण्यमान मचल प्रतिष्ठम समुद्रमापम प्रविशन्ति यद्यत् तत्क्रामाद्या प्रविशन्ति सर्वे सा शांति प्राप्नोति न काममि. A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flows of desire that enter into rivers, into the ocean which is ever being filled up, is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires. विहाय कामनाएं सर्वान् पुष्यति निस्पृहा निर्ममो निरहंकार सा न शांति रति गच्छति. A person who has given up all the desires for the sense of gratification, who lives free from the desires, who has given up all senses of proprietorship and is devoid of the false ego, he alone can attain real peace. एषा ब्राह्मणी स्थिति पार्श्वता नैना प्रापय विमुक्ति स्थितास्ते अंतकाले अपि ब्रह्म निर्वाण वृच्छति. That is the way of the spiritual bodily life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated, even at the hour of death one can enter into kingdom of God. Jai Shri